So the BFI London Film Festival 2018 has finished. Today we are discussing it on Boys on Film. So Raj, welcome back.
Hey Phil.
To the studio.
I know, I feel like I haven't been here in a while. It's nice to be back at the DVDs.
Feels like months, yeah.
You turned on the sign. Yeah.
We're all ready to go.
We are ready to go.
Yeah, we're pumped because we have been to the festival. We covered it quite extensively this year compared to previous years.
Yeah, I was pretty exhausted after this run. I don't know how you're feeling.
No, I am feeling the same, yeah.
How can you really, it feels like I've partied from watching movies for a couple of weeks.
It's a good feeling, but it's tiring.
Yeah, I feel very cultured.
Yeah. I think it was the early mornings because we did go to quite a few early morning screenings, like we saw Suspiria and Can You Ever Forgive Me? And they were early. They were, we had to get up at 6:30 in the morning.
It's hard being a journalist.
It's hard work. So what was your highlight? Have you got one highlight that you could pick out? So that was the one movie that I really loved the most.
Actually, quite quietly, and it was really unexpected, but I really wanted to see the film Papi Chulo starring Matt Bomer.
Which you're going to review on a future video, I think.
Yeah, and I missed most of the showings, but I actually managed to get into the very last showing at Rich Mix. And it was such a fantastic little film. Yeah. I'm so I'm in love with this film. I just want to see it over again.
So briefly, what is the film about? I haven't actually done any research on this at all. But.
Well, it's a story about a gay guy who breaks up with his boyfriend, and he's going through sort of the loss of that, sort of dealing with it. And he's not doing very well. In fact, he's kind of spiraling. And he meets this Mexican immigrant and hires him to do some work at his house to paint the deck, and they develop a very unlikely friendship, and the worker doesn't even speak English very well, but and it's just kind of, there's some really beautiful and touching simple scenes that were put together for this, and it's a cute story. There's a wonderful scene involving Madonna's Borderline.
That's always a good reason to give a thumbs up to a movie, I think.
The movie isn't quite what it seems either, so there's a bit of a twist at the end, which I was like, oh, wow, yeah, I totally fell for that. But I just really enjoyed it. It gave me a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling inside.
I think there are a lot of films this year in the selection that did give me a nice feeling. Can You Ever Forgive Me? Another good example of that, which we reviewed previously. Link above.
Yeah, more and more that I keep, it has an after effect, that movie. I mean, after I saw our review about it, I kept going back to it going, oh yeah, that little scene. Oh yeah, that scene. I'm like, can't wait to see it again, actually. Yeah,
it's a film that really stays with you. And I think, Suspiria was a film that has really stayed with me too. I did compare that to Mother, which I think had similarities towards the end especially, but that's a film that I can't stop thinking about, despite the fact we only gave it 3 stars. I kind of want to see it again.
Do you?
Even though it's a long film.
Interesting. I put my words to my Suspiria piece, and I think I'm done with that.
Right.
I definitely have my opinion.
You're moving on.
Yeah, I have what the film is.
There was so much about that film that I didn't know before, though, and I didn't pick up on when we actually saw it. I mean, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Suspiria, Tilda Swinton does play, I think, 3 characters in the movie.
Which I didn't even know until after.
I had no idea. I knew that there was something wrong with her prosthetics, or I knew that it didn't quite look right, because it didn't sit well with me. And that's why I did give a bit of a thumbs down to the makeup in the movie, because there were certain scenes that I just thought, no, it just doesn't look right for me. But now that I know that, I can appreciate it more, because I had no idea.
Actually, I probably will watch it again. As soon as it comes out on demand, I probably will.
In the comfort of your own home.
Yeah.
You haven't got to sit,
Yeah, and there's an article that came out a few days ago on Luca Guadagnino talking about the themes of his films. So I'm like, I might want to read that article, because I know it's going to make me want to watch the film again.
Yeah.
So.
I feel kind of a little bit guilty, because I don't think 3 Star did really give it enough credit. For me personally, I thought perhaps I should have given it more. But
well, we did review it right after the shock of seeing it at 8 in the morning.
That was a bit of a head when we came out from that early morning screen after 2.5 hours.
I could barely function. I think I started to really function, and because I went to work straight after, and I started to be like, okay, around 1, lunchtime, after I'd eaten and calmed my nerves down.
A bit dazed.
Yeah.
Dazed and confused.
Yeah, it was a bit much.
Another good film that I really loved was Stan and Ollie, which you weren't really that keen on seeing, I don't think. You didn't catch that. I saw the premiere because I went to the red carpet and covered it there and met some of the cast, which was just great fun. We need to do that. You need to sign up to do this, because it's brilliant. We need to get on board together.
I know. I might take a week off work next week to do more of this stuff. I mean, as exhausting as it was as well, and you and I actually didn't go to a lot of films together this year.
No.
Because there was just so much on program that we wanted to see, and separately, and separate interests, that, you know, it was, I think I just might have to take a week off work next time, just make sure I can fit it all in.
Absolutely. I think we have similar tastes in a lot of films, but some we don't, and I think that's probably the reason why we did stuff separately.
Yeah, is there anything that you didn't see that you really wanted to see?
What was the Nicole Kidman movie? Although I read mixed reviews.
Something
about
Destroyer.
Yeah.
Right? Destroyer.
I think it was just called Destroyer, wasn't it? I really wanted to see that.
I actually had a chance to see that because I went to see Fahrenheit 11/9.
Yeah.
Then afterwards, I thought I was going to see The Hummingbird Project, a press screening. So I was going to do back-to-back screenings, and turns out I had screwed my calendar up and didn't put the right day and the right time. So I had like free time just to be like, oh, well, what do I do now, sort of thing, and hang out at, you know, Picture House Central at like 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Well, I might as well watch another movie. And then they had a press screening at that time for Destroyer, which I could have easily gotten into, but I was just like, no, not feeling it. But it's got rave reviews, so
maybe you need to do a review in the future for that, because we have got a lot coming still.
Yeah.
Because there's so many movies
that
we've seen.
The festival ended, you know, not too long ago, and we're still trying to get all of our reviews done.
But that's the beauty of the festival, is that you get to see films before they come out. So I don't think there's any limit on, you know, it's not films that are just come and gone, because obviously a lot of people haven't seen them.
It's really strange this year, because I thought there was a lot of films that is like, as soon as they showed at BFI London Film Festival, within a week they were on Netflix. There were a lot of films like that this year.
It's like Mandy, that's come out already, hasn't it? It's crazy.
That's already, and there's a lot of films that are already, I mean, this is just distribution rights too, but there's a lot of films that are already on Blu-ray in the US and on demand. But then there were some that like don't even have trailers yet either. So the one film I really wanted to see very badly, which I just didn't get an opportunity to get to see, was a film called Duplicate. And I think that was a different title too, because sometimes they give the movies different names. I think the other title of the film that's on the trailer is called Jonathan.
Right.
Starring Ansel Elgort. So I kept seeing the trailer for it. I'm like, that's my type of film. A little sci-fi, a little mystery, a little, you know, modern sort of thing. But yeah, I really wanted to see that. And
it's so hard though, isn't it, to see everything that you want to see, because the festival runs for 2.5, 3 weeks. But I think there's always a clash. There's always going to be a day where you want to see one film over another, but it doesn't mean that the film that gets missed out is something that you don't want to see. It's something you really want to see, but it's just not possible.
I'd easily turn down 4 films I had comp tickets for too, because I wanted to see them, but it's just, you know, I just couldn't fit it in with work and life, and
I know life gets in the way, sadly, doesn't it?
You really have to like take a week off if you really want to make the most of, you know, a delicate pass. If you bought one, or if you've been giving a press pass, or if you just want to see as many films as possible, you really sort of have to take a week off to do it.
Exactly. Well, I've got to say, I mean, hats off to everybody at the BFI, because I think this year was one of my favourite festivals, for the London Film Festival. I've had such an amazing time, and I managed to get the press couple of weeks before the festival opened, so I managed to write a lot of reviews up online, which you can check out at filmmarriott.net, and of course you've got loads on eqmusicblog.com as well.
Yeah, I think from an operations perspective, it ran a little smoother this year. Yeah, and we've been covering this festival for a couple of years now, and I think that's usually a complaint of ours. It's like, it's a bit too disjointed, and you know, but I really like the fact that for like Beautiful Boy, they had like 3 press screenings for it to make sure that we all got to see it. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, they did go out of their way to
I mean, I couldn't get into every single film I wanted to, but I didn't get turned away from anything. So
one thing I did notice about this year's festival was that I didn't see many Q&As. And you touched on this as well when we were seeing a film. I can't remember what it was, but you went to a couple, and I don't think I went to any Q&As this year. Yeah,
the only Q&A that I had was for Savage. Immediately after the director and lead were there.
Normally we go to quite a few, don't we?
Well, normally they have Q&A for just about every public screening.
And last year we had Call Me By Your Name, which we saw Q&A with Luke Kirkwood, Nino Comey at the end. Yeah. That's crazy to think that time he briefly touched on Suspiria, and we were going a bit crazy about that, and this year we saw the film, so...
well, you were going a bit crazy. I was like, what's this all about? I'm still wiping my tears from the last scene of the movie. But.
When everyone gets up and the lights come on, that's, the time that you really don't want the lights to come on when you're sitting there sobbing.
Yeah. Which was your favourite film of the festival?
Well, it's a toss-up between Stan and Ollie. I think because of the experience of the red carpet as well, and meeting Shirley Henderson, who I love. Briefly interviewed Steve Coogan, but he got moved along to the people who were interviewing them next to me, because sometimes, because they have such a limited time, you have to kind of do joint interviews, so that's a learning curve for me, because that's the first red carpet that I've done. So next time I'm going to be a bit more pushy and a bit more aggressive when I get to interview people, so hopefully we can do a one-on-one.
Well, that's where I can help. That's where I can help next time.
Yeah, exactly. No, I want you to come next time.
I was really impressed with your Benjamin red carpet footage, so that was amazing.
Benjamin was superb. That was probably one of my favourite films, actually. Considering it's relatively low budget. Simon Amstell, I would imagine, did it for the right reasons. And it seems like a passionate project, and that's why I loved it.
It's very autobiographical and meta.
Yeah, exactly. He's great. I'm a big fan of his. So I would say, I can't really name one movie, because I got to see The Fog, the 4K restoration, which I have seen quite a lot of times. It didn't really look that much more polished on the big screen. Yeah. Because I saw it on the big screen at the BFI, I think it was last year, and it had a weird hue, had like a purple tint to it, which was quite odd.
Surprisingly, and other than seeing the trailer and going, oh, that kind of looks interesting, Assassination Nation was fucking brilliant. Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah, I love the trailer.
Yeah. Still not seen the trailer was like, it's interesting. But after seeing the movie, I was like, whoa, I wasn't quite expecting that.
I think my favourite is probably the Melissa McCarthy movie, Can You Ever Forgive Me, with Richard Lee Grant.
It's not getting the credit it deserves right now. I'm not sure when the release date is. It must be coming out pretty soon. Right. But I think they're probably holding that one back for Oscar season as well.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily a masterpiece, but it's something that I enjoyed, and I think film festivals, it's got such a diverse selection of films that there are films that are quite serious, and there are films that you enjoy that are just like a popcorn movie. And I think it's one of those films that, although it's based on a true story, it felt like a popcorn movie, and it just made me laugh, and it was poignant.
There's a really amazing Slovakian film as well that I just happened to see called Consequences. It was really very well done. I was really invested in the story. It kind of ended, and I was like, no, don't end. And that's what you can expect from BFI London Film Festivals, the foreign films too are absolutely incredible.
I didn't see a lot of foreign films this year. I mean, we saw Tumbad.
Yeah. I saw Sauvage was in French.
We reviewed, right.
Yeah.
And there was another movie, I think it was Swedish.
Yeah, we saw a few foreign films. Bordergrons.
Yeah, I think you saw more than me, though. Yeah. Border was good. Yeah. I enjoyed that. That was quite a strange little film, Yeah. Did you watch that?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
You're ticking off. Anyway, we have got lots of films that we've reviewed already. We've still got loads to come, as we mentioned. So check out the playlist, because we've got a BFI London Film Festival playlist up there that you can click on. And we should say happy birthday to us. I'm not going to sing it, though. Woo-hoo. We are one.
I didn't even realise. We've been doing this for a year now.
Yeah, it's flown by. It's gone quick.
Totally. A year of reviewing
Have you enjoyed
films.
it? Hopefully you have, as much as me.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I just feel like I show up and give my opinions sometimes.
Well, we do a lot of stuff out and about as well.
Yeah, Phil is the master editor of the videos.
I wouldn't say that your work is any less important than what I'm doing.
But I've enjoyed it. It was just a little conversation we had at the Music Video Awards. Yeah. A year ago.
I know.
Yeah, we're just sitting at the table, and we've always wanted to work together and do something, create some sort of content together.
Because we DJ'd.
We used to DJ together, and it's like, oh, well, I've always wanted to do film. You were going to do film, so it just seemed like a very natural thing to do.
And hopefully people watching are getting something back as well, because we're doing this because we love doing it. It's not like we're, saying that we're the best film critics or anything. It's just kind of honest opinions, isn't it? It's just opinions that we have, and we're not necessarily saying they're right opinions.
Hey, I'm really enjoying it, so keep the free movie tickets coming, please.
That's the reason you're doing it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.